Hey, we always live Elvis.
Memphis Mafia Kid
And Teresa.
and she is
I'm
back.
back.
All right. Hey, can y'all see her? Okay.
All right, enough of that.
Y'all want to just say, man, I'm feeling it. Just come off a great weekend. We spent with mom and daddy, and we had a good time. We just sat around, really just shot the crap, and talked, and of course eat, and it's always good. We love sharing as much time with them and family as we can. So thought I'd share that with y'all. This weather is just y'all, like I said, it's getting old Danny just ready to roll. What are you laughing at?
You're funny.
You know I am. I'm ready.
Oh, you are. Yeah, you've already grilled a
but
few
hey,
times.
Y'all hope y'all all had a great, or at least a decent weekend. And real quick before Teresa gets into the birthdays, the shout outs and the prayers. Got another pretty day tomorrow, pretty day Wednesday, and then that's right, you guessed it, storms for the weekend.
It's spring. It's getting to be
Hey, but
spring.
I am loving these long nights on this daylight saving time.
Yeah, the dogs do too. Okay, happy birthday to Patricia Hobson, Christopher Jones, Andrea Cooper, and Kelly Harrison. Happy birthday. We have prayers for Bobby Yates and Gail Gardner and Carrie. I hope I said that right.
That's
And
a tough one.
Yeah.
We tried.
We tried. We did. And thank you to Joyce Kennedette. Thank you so much for your sweet letter you sent us. We'll keep your mama and you both in our prayers. And thank you for our cute bracelets.
Yes,
with our names and
that was so sweet.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
we did.
Really did.
Thank you.
Y'all, here we go. Let's start a week off with some questions and answers, and then throughout this week, you know what? We're gonna have questions and answers, but we might have another good story or two, and let's just mix it up and have a great week. What do y'all say,
Yep.
Teresa? Hey, let's go with the first question.
All right. The first question is from Anita Heaton. Did Elvis like grits?
Y'all, Anita, this was a great question, and I had to ask Daddy and Mama about it because I just wasn't sure. And the more I thought about it, I'm trying to think of the times I've seen him eat and eat. And I never really seen him. He did not. But here's another one that I found out that was even new to me. He liked cream of wheat. Daddy said he really liked cream of wheat. I've ate both. They're kind of a little similar, I guess you could say, but he didn't care much for grits. I don't know why. It's a southern thing. But then again, I'm gonna go ahead and spill this because a lot of y'all's gonna probably get on me because Teresa does. But when I eat grits, I eat my grits with lots of melted butter and sugar to make them babies sweet. Ooh, it's like a pudding. But Teresa's like, yeah, you have it with salt and pepper.
Not pepper, salt, and butter.
Okay. Well, Daddy has pepper on
Because
his.
it's corn. So when you have, eat corn on the cob, you have butter and salt. So grits, corn, butter, and salt.
I'm just telling you how I eat them.
I know. You're weird. Okay, from
Oh, I am.
Sherry H.
She didn't say that when she married me.
I'm just going to let that go.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Is there any truth to the tiny story?
And I've seen where you
I don't even know what the tiny
where
story
you
is.
asked this a couple times, and I don't know the tiny story. I've heard it. I'm assuming, I'm thinking it's the same one. I even asked Mom and Daddy about it this weekend too. There was a confrontation, if you want to call it that, with Priscilla and a woman, and I think Elvis somewhat got involved and was upset. But as far as this person being, I think it's the same, but that's all I really know of the story. And it's like everything else. I know you had put in there that Elvis got mad and did some damage to her car and then paid to have it fixed up. Daddy, that is possible, but we don't. I didn't remember hearing the story that way. They did have, she had was ugly or tried to jump on her, did jump on Priscilla, but you know, like I said, I tried to get you the best answer I could on that one.
Not many details, huh? Okay, from Manly Stranger. Danny, if you had the opportunity to talk to Gladys, what would you ask her about?
God, there's so many things.
Maybe like stories from when Elvis was real little.
Yeah. Oh, definitely that. And I would ask her about my daddy, stories about that. Stories about my grandpa, which was her brother. Stories in general of their life and their way in time during their day. Like I said, it would be, and just I heard so much about her my whole life, and some from my granddaddy and my grandmother, my daddy, and lots of other people that was blessed to have got to know her or meet her. And, I just, I always wish I could, if what you said would be possible, it would take a lot of time. 1 hour, 1 day, probably 1 month wouldn't be. I would be overwhelmed just to see her. Even give her a big hug.
Okay, Doris Williams. When Lisa first came home, meaning from the hospital after she was born,
right?
Did Priscilla take care of her, or did she have a nanny?
She had both. And we were talking about this over the weekend because I had asked Mama about it. Priscilla did about as much time as Nanny. It was kind of a split 50-50 thing, but she Nanny would help and take care of Lisa. Of course, like she said, Priscilla did a lot too. Mm-hmm. So the answer to yours is both.
Didn't the nanny take care of her at night? I think your mom had said.
Yeah. Mostly more so at night. I'm glad you brought that in because Mom did say that.
Yeah, mostly at night.
But Lisa, we'll leave what my thoughts are for another time.
Okay.
Let's get back. I'm
You'll forget about it.
No, it'll come to me again. Okay. It always does when I get to thinking my Elvis stuff.
David P. When filming the movie Stay Away Joe, I had heard Elvis rented a private house. Is this true? And did he visit any of the nearby sites?
He actually rented 2 houses. And we got on that talking with Mom and Daddy this weekend because I had asked. I every once in a while I have I won't say a vision, but like a dream, or I'll get to thinking. I've told Teresa. And I remember being little and me and one of Elvis's housekeepers would catch lizards. It was like a big porch and it had a big door, and they had a screen door, I guess you could say, on it. And those lizards would run up and we would catch them. And I remember looking way up on a mountain early in the mornings, but it was like a close view, and it was all like an Indian or Indian statue or something up there. But he, like I said, he actually he rented 2. One for him and Priscilla, and then the other one was the one that we stayed in, and some of the other guys I think stayed there, and their wives or girlfriends at the time. The other was he never went to like the Grand Canyon or any of the sites that Daddy said he remembered. They just, I guess, was strictly business during that time.
Okay, Kathy Poole. Did the Memphis Mafia guys always get along, and did they grow apart after Elvis died?
They were like, I'd never seen any of them have fights or anything like that. Now, I mean, it's possible. I've never heard Daddy really talk about it. Did they have disagreements? Sure, they were like any other group, but they had a loyalty and a bond to Elvis and to themselves. For the most part, and I've seen this, it wasn't really even arguments, but, it's like all of us. We don't all agree on everything or see things the same. And even with business, and But for the most part, those guys always had. I can say this: it's kind of like a brother and sister, or two brothers or two sisters. Y'all don't get along when, especially when you're little much. You want to fight. But you dang sure don't let nobody else mess with them, and that's the way they were. They stood up for one another. They backed one another, and they were definitely there to stand up and back Elvis. As far as the later years, yes, I mean it's no doubt. I mean we, and all of us, part. Everybody went in a lot of different directions, and some of us, and I've mentioned in videos, still stayed, close. But the ones that went to California, like Joe went to California, hardly seen him. Jerry, only when he come, both of them only when they come back. Lamar a little bit. George was there, in Memphis, so seen him a good bit, and Richard Davis. Charlie, had kind of moved away, so didn't see him much. Dean was still around. I'm just naming, Al kind of just was distant. Dick Grove for a little bit, and then he moved off. But we always stayed in contact, talked on the phone, and so and I know I'm leaving some of them out as far as names, but you had your ones that we did, but not all of them stayed close. And just my opinion, my feelings over the years after Elvis passed, everything changed. And when I say that, I mean, I feel inside that their bond changed. It was nowhere near what they was when they were that group.
Well, they had families.
Right, it was family and it was tight, and it just kind of all broke apart.
But I mean, they had family since they weren't.
Yeah, and I'm not meaning
Elvis anymore. They had family.
Right, and yeah, we all did, and
yeah.
I'm not meaning that in a bad way. It just, but realize too when I say that they wasn't together, and all our families as we was as one back then, and I think that kind of
we couldn't expect that. I mean,
no.
Yeah, Elvis was kind of the glue that held everybody together.
Really was.
Yeah. Okay, last question is from Janet Eberl. Danny, who was the man that kept catching Elvis's guitar and handing him scarves around his neck during his concerts?
That was the man I just mentioned a while ago, Charlie Hodge. One of the finest men you can meet. He actually sang on stage with it. And Charlie, you may not know because maybe you're a newcomer or whatever, but Charlie had a beautiful voice and sang. Always did, and was a character. Loved Charlie to death, but his name was Charlie Hodge.
You had a question not long ago about if they practiced that guitar catching.
Yeah, we sure did. We sure did.
Yeah, and they did it right.
Y'all, look, we appreciate all these questions. Please keep sending them, and like I said, I've noticed a couple of y'all, like when we had in this one, that caught my eye. Hey, I've asked this several times, and keep doing that if we happen to miss you. Like I said, we're going to get around. I can't swear to you, and I'm not going to roll out and tell you a story that we're going to get each and every one of them. We're going to do our damnedest. I promise you, because it means that much to us. But and by no means ever, if something happens we don't, please don't think that would hurt mine and Tricia's feelings, and I'm sincere on that. We don't dodge questions. We don't pick. We love each and everybody, and I think we've tried to show that even with your mean. I'm gonna put it in a nice way. Your butthole questions from your buttholes.
We don't have many of those.
No, but like I said, y'all, we're gonna deal with them with our life, and hey, you know what? I'm gonna put it out there. Let all y'all get to maybe y'all don't read all the comments all the time, so let everybody hear it and see it. I mean, if you're going to ask it, I'm going to answer it. You may not like our answer or how we feel on something. You know what? And that's okay too. One thing that's really been on my mind that I've talked about, and I want to just say this one more time, y'all. it doesn't matter. We're not all going to agree on everything, and that's from everything in life. If we did, think what kind of world this would be. But one thing that we do on this channel is we all love Elvis, and we all love Elvis's family, Lisa Marie and Uncle Vernon and Aunt Gladys. So the whole shebang. We love, and we love talking about it, and that's what this channel's about. And y'all, we're gonna always do it. We're gonna try to have fun doing it. Yeah, me and Teresa, you know, we have fun picking it. But y'all, you know, we had somebody say that, you know, man, y'all do that just for videos? No, we do not.
We do all the time.
That is our even when we're half asleep, we'll be carrying on and aggravating each other in bed at first thing in the morning. That's just us.
I know my dad probably thinks we're crazy because we went to my dad's today and it was back and forth and he was like,
yeah. But he's been, you know, he's been around us enough to know, hey, you know, but
just playing. Real quick, we've had several people who have asked about us doing a drawing again because it's been a long time. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a drawing for like a MMK heat transfer and some other merchandise. So if you want to put your name in for the drawing, you need to send an index card or a postcard with your name and your mailing address on it. Okay. And what we'll do, I think the end of April, they need to all be in, and then we'll shortly after that we'll draw a few names for that.
We'll know because we just put this together, but we wanted to announce it because we've had several ask about it and got thinking, man, you know, we love to give back.
And I'll put the mailing address in the description under this video. Yes. So that's where you can find it.
Like she said, repeated, the index card or postcard, put your name, your address on it. Y'all, we'll start that today. Start sending them. And that'll be roughly probably about 6 weeks. And like I said, somewhere around either the end of April or May the 1st, we'll do a drawing and we'll do, I'm going to say 3. That way that gives 3 people opportunity to get some gifts. And we'll have fun with that. And so y'all do that for us. And one last thing I want to say is enjoy this weather, and don't forget about the EFM event.
Yes,
I'm so wired up, and you know, if y'all can, please get your tickets and come. We're gonna have a blast. I know they're selling really well. They always do, and that's because of y'all, and we appreciate y'all's love and support. Also, some of you start looking at maybe trying to be at the June Fest in Tupelo. I think it's June 4th through the 7th. It's kind of just like, you know, 3 or 4 days, basically over over a weekend. And we'd love to see y'all then, you know, and we're going to be down there and try to spend it, you know, once or twice, maybe 3 times a year, y'all. Some of you, that's all we get to see. And I'm just going to be honest, it ain't enough because we have so many laughs and carry on. Even if it's for just a short 20 or 30 minute conversation with y'all,
hopefully Lainey will be with us.
We love it.
She usually is. Yeah. So hopefully she'll be with us for that.
Well, y'all, hey, look, we're going to get out of here and enjoy this fine weather. For those down around our area, like I said, we got enjoy it up until Friday and then, of course, right on the weekend. But that's life. We'll get through it. Y'all, we'll see you next video. Remember, we always live Elvis.